Test.
All right, we are good to go, boys and girls. All right, cool. Well, welcome to the first official podcast of the Bottom Shelf Boys. This is the podcast where we taste test bottom shelf liquor so that you don't have to. Joining me today for our inaugural episode, we have Dominic, the sweet Italian Berardi.
Hello
and
there.
Jake, the snake Mahan.
Hello.
All right, Dom, what do we got today?
So today we've got some Elvin Jones, or as my dyslexic ass calls it, Elvin Jones.
Elvin Jones.
Here, Will, you want to read it for us?
Give you a little something about it. This is what the company has to say. So, Elvin Jones Cave, according to legend, Louisville, Kentucky's Elvin Jones Cave is named for the Elvin Jones brothers who used their cave as a base for their bank robbing and counterfeiting operation during the mid-1800s.
These are bank robbers?
Yeah.
Bank robbers made this.
The brothers reportedly outfitted the cave with individual living quarters and treasure storage rooms, and then protected the cave's main entrance with the gates of iron bars and cannon. What happened to the Jones brothers? Question mark. The legend recounts that they mysteriously abandoned their hideout, but not before it collapsing part of the cave and keeping their treasure hidden forever behind tons of stone. So how much did this cost us?
That was it said $15, but I got it on sale for $10.
$15. And this is only half proof.
Yeah.
This is 21% because you didn't get to the store in time. So
yeah.
The liquor store was closed.
That's how you know it's exactly bottom shelf.
So,
it is the worst of the worst. You're late. You're on time. You're late for a party. You're late to go to the store, and you spend $10, and that's all you got.
So
that's what you got.
Just so you know, the Bottom Shelf Boys, we don't play around. For our inaugural episode, we're not even drinking real liquor.
Whatever you would consider this stuff.
We're planning on breaking this podcast into 3 segments for you guys. One where we drink it neat, one where we drink it on the rocks, and one where we try it with a mixer. So you guys get the full appeal. We get the full package.
Using some brown cola.
Brown unnamed cola.
Unidentified cola.
But if anyone wants to sponsor us, we will name your cola.
Let's see. I'm checking out the bottle art here, and it looks like just a rock. It's a picture of a rock.
Nice caramel color, I'll give it that.
There's a cannon in the corner on the label.
It smells like whiskey.
I have to say, I
And
do
a
like
bag
the
of gold.
squareness of the bottle. I've always been intrigued by square bottles.
It's
Slightly
it's
more.
definitely ripping on Jack Daniels a little bit.
Yeah. It's like the Jim
Oh,
Beam.
fill it up. Fill it up.
What
This
a
is a
fucking
podcast. This is a
slow pour.
podcast about drinking whiskey.
How's that? Is that
Yeah, now you might taste it. Congratulations.
Closing that.
Open it yourself. It's part of the experience, you know? Unscrewing the plastic
Jake,
cap
that's
off a whiskey.
Not very nice of you. Pouring yourself first.
You're right.
Pour me some, damn it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Pour me another drink.
how's the out-of-bottle experience?
Oh my god.
Need to work on my whiskey etiquette. So to all of you degenerates.
Got a little something.
Try not to peek that mic too much, asshole.
Oh, is it popping?
Yes, sir. Jacob does not have a limiter on his mic, so you're going to hear every ounce of his peaking.
I don't know.
All right, boys, are we ready?
Let's see.
Cheers.
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 We're officially podcasters. Drinking whiskey.
It's, I'd rather other things, but it's not that bad.
It tastes like just a whiskey and water.
It really
honest.
does.
Yeah.
Tastes like watered down whiskey. I was
If you-
kind of hoping for more, but
Well, honestly, yeah. Not terrible.
It doesn't have much
It's
of a
drinkable.
smell to it.
it definitely is drinkable.
Does not have much of a nose to it, right?
Probably lends itself to the fact that it's only 21%. But
Yeah, that would probably make that on the little down.
Certainly couldn't help.
It
but
really just, you're right about that. It feels like watered down whiskey, and that's just what they sell. They just sell a bottle of watered down whiskey.
the more you
half
drink
proof,
it, the less you taste the whiskey. It just starts tasting like water.
It's weird. It's got like the whiskey aftertaste, but without the upfront bite you're used to.
You know, I could see why they would drink this while they're hunting for treasure or whatever the fuck they were doing with the bottle.
No, that was the story behind a Walmart whiskey. They didn't make the bottle. It's the Elvin brothers did not design the whiskey.
The Elvin brothers made this bottle strictly for us.
11 Jones that's a story they found on the internet. They're like, Walmart's like, we're going to make our own whiskey. People are going to love this shit.
I mean,
I don't know if I'd mix this with anything because it kind of is already mixed.
I mean, you'd have to pull an Alan Garber and put like 2 parts liquor, 1 part mixer.
Yeah, it'd be a 32-ounce drink, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's the only way to really get after it. But
I'd say
if by chance the 11 Jones brothers were making whiskey, yeah, good on them for making it drinkable.
to be honest, this stuff is not as bad as I was expecting it to be. I
was genuinely expecting worse.
Yeah,
I was hoping it was going to
Like
be
100%
drinkable, and I think it is definitely drinkable.
so where would you guys rate this?
Ooh,
Scale of 1 to 10.
scale of 1 to 10
Yeah,
out of all.
out of 10. Yeah.
But what is 10?
Yeah, what do you
What is
consider a
10?
1 and what do you
Yeah, what
consider
is-
a 10?
what's the scale?
Well, that's a purely subjective scale.
That's hard. You're right.
My 1, your 10. It could be completely different.
I'd say this is a solid, 2.
If you
Only- okay,
no,
maybe
put
not
it
two.
in its own
Okay,
category.
okay, maybe-
like
I'd say-
take
I'd say
it
for
with
half-
a grain of salt.
Because it is half proof,
Yeah,
I would say. Let me take a sip. I'd say it's probably around probably about 5 or 6.
if I had
It's
to
pretty
bring
middle
a
of the-
whiskey to a party
This
and
really
I
wouldn't.
forgot to get it before the liquor store closed and I had to go into Walmart and get something, I wouldn't be upset with this.
$10.
$10.
I agree with that.
It's too much. That's too much for half proof liquor, but
Yes.
This is passable for
But-
half-proof liquor.
If I'm late to a party and I'm wanting some whiskey and
It'll
not
work.
like not
It
like
would
some
work,
spiced rum or some dumb shit.
If it's your only option,
Yeah.
sure, go for it. I would say this is passable, and if you already got a buzz going,
It'll keep it.
You've been hanging out at the pregame, whatever.
I'd give this a 5.
I don't think you'll
it's-
notice that this is that bad.
You won't hate it. You won't like
yeah.
it.
But flavor wise, not really hitting the mark.
No,
I wish
definitely not.
I wish there was more flavor to it, to be honest. But
This is lacking
Yeah,
on
it,
flavor
it
for
tastes
sure.
like it's half water. Mm-hmm. If you were wondering what it tastes like,
it kind of looks like it's half water too.
it looks like whiskey.
It's really
Really, I'd say that looks pretty watery. It's a pretty light.
I'd say the color is very believable. I would expect a color something like
it's
this.
It's not hard to make some whiskey colored.
But you just throw some food coloring in, you can get pretty close.
It's probably what they did.
Yeah, you water it down.
That's probably
color
what
it
That's definitely what they did.
probably
It's
what
not
they
a question about it.
I don't know. I'm torn. I got mixed feelings on this one. I would say if I was
I'd have
late to
drink.
the liquor store and this is the only thing available, I'd be fine with it. But I wouldn't go looking for it,
No,
Definitely
No,
wouldn't
no.
search
no.
this out.
I'd want to drink.
This would not be a
If I was-
favorite.
if I was drinking whiskey, I'd want something definitely stronger. For one.
Oh, yeah. I'd want a foolproof whiskey.
I like that warm
Yeah.
feeling when you're drinking whiskey.
When you're riding up a
Oh,
ski
yeah.
lift and you take a sip out of that flask and you feel just like run down your entire esophagus.
The ski lift.
That's
Warms the soul. It's beautiful. A sip of whiskey out of the flask on the ski lift. Can't beat it. So good.
All right, Jake. Ideal whiskey on a ski lift.
Not this
what
one.
you drinking?
not this one.
Definitely not this one. Preferably whatever is made locally, because then I got the local whiskey on the ski
hill it-
slope. They
on the hill
made
it's
it
meant
on.
to be on.
They made it near the mountain, and I'm drinking it on the mountain. Perfect. I don't know. That's what I think. Get the local.
You're a local whiskey kind of guy.
If you're gonna do something like that, get the local. If you're just looking to fill a flask for a party,
You don't fill a flask at a party, dude. You just bring the bottle.
Well, all right. If you're going somewhere, you need to bring a flask. Then
like a concert or something.
I would fill it with something. My
I
go-to
would
is Irish
only-
100%
whiskey.
stronger.
I would only buy 11 Jones if I forgot to stop anywhere else.
Yeah,
And I had to bring whiskey.
this is the last stop right here. But
Because
it's
if I'm going by Walmart, I'm probably just buying beer for a party anyway.
100%. Beer. Yeah. Beer.
this one. It reminds me of like my childhood. You know, no,
You
just
had no
kidding.
whiskey as a child.
This reminds me.
I did. I don't remember it though. My dad would stick the pacifier in a little thing of whiskey to if I was like crying. He'd stick it in my mouth. He'd stick it in the like wine or whiskey, and then put it right in the mouth.
Italians.
That's punishment.
It's
for
a different
kid, eh?
upbringing.
You'd be out immediately.
It's punishment for
It
a
was-
kid.
As a kid, it's a good thing.
I mean, as anyone, it's a
You
good
know-
thing. It's free whiskey.
How else do you grow a beard?
You're right. Maybe that's the difference.
Drink a lot of whiskey. Grow a lot of hair.
And I can grow a mean pedo stash.
Take a
My
bunch,
sideburns come in thick.
take a bunch
I
of
could
Cialis.
see you with some mutton chops though. Actually,
Should I like do full mullet, mutton chops, and mustache?
Damn, I could see you with the mullet.
I could see me with a mullet. I've been thinking about it.
There's a band called Eskimo Callboys. I really think you would fit in.
Eskimo Callboys?
Yeah.
What do they do?
It's like a heavy metal screamo band that
Not starting strong.
I don't know if I've
no,
heard
it's
them.
not starting strong, but oh my god, their performance on like their music videos is really it's something else. It's
Why? I mean, what do they do?
so they've got they're like 90s themed. So they got like these fluorescent jumpsuits and they're just jumping around with like these blonde mullets that are straight. They got the pedo stash and everything. And they're just
I've seen
rocking.
them.
It's so good.
I know
I could
people
see-
get a lot of hate for. I think
I think you could rock it.
I could rock it. I think the mullet. I know
think-
it's in style right now.
I don't know if
is-
it's in style yet. I think
It's in style.
I think maybe
It's
a couple,
back in
the
style.
mullet is in
really.
style.
I think maybe a
hard.
couple years and it's back in style.
No,
Fully.
no.
I think it's just debuting and it's going to come back in.
No, go into any high school. All the douchiest kids will be wearing mullets right now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, I don't go around.
There's
high
people on
schools
social
much.
media
Do you,
getting,
do you
like-
go around high schools much?
I
Will?
don't. It sounds bad now that you just say it like that.
I don't have it. I don't know.
No, my cousins are both in high school, and both of them have mullets. So.
Gotcha.
The mullet, I definitely think is. I think we went full circle, kind of with fashion. You know, hairstyles.
Oh, it always
kinda
goes
like,
round and round.
We're back at like 70s, 80s, 90s instead of where we are now. Now is like, oh, we don't like our own culture, so we're going back to the previous style.
No, I think people are just.
You know?
There's enough information nowadays that you could just do whatever style you like.
You
Like,
can. It's a la. What is it? A la carte. A
They
la
really
carte.
a la carte fashion sense.
A la carte fashion.
I mean, just in this room, we have like preppy douchebag, just came from the gym, and mountain man over there. So
So,
you can really like find your own style.
and I'll probably look completely different tomorrow. So
for a while, I thought having a beard was going to be the weirdest thing, and it was so itchy starting out.
it is.
After you shave like a good amount of times, like maybe 20, 30 times, it starts to like it just comes in fine. Like you don't even notice it. It doesn't get as itchy.
See, I've tried
But
growing out.
I
When
know-
COVID started, I grew it out for like 3-4 weeks, and it was the worst. It was like the worst beard I've ever seen.
You're doing it wrong. You got to push.
Just
You got to
What do you-
push the beard out.
What is he pushing?
You push
talking like
the
hairs.
hairs.
push the beard button.
No, no, you
Jake?
push the hairs. You got to like flex them out of your face.
The
like,
fuck is
They're
this?
trying to grow, but they're stuck. So you got to just like and flex them out of your face. You squeeze your cheek muscles really hard.
I think moving on with the segment.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you
Like
think?
you said, the only thing you see on the front of this is like you see a cannon. cannon over here, bag of gold, and a fucking crevice.
Rock.
A fucking crevice.
There's no mic over there, son.
They put a rock on the bottle. Look, this
You're not gonna
represents
hear-
us.
Which, I mean, if anything, it's pretty much telling us we need it on the rocks. Am I right?
You're right.
I think this should bring us into part 2 of our podcast where we
Part
try it
two,
on the rocks.
On the rocks.
Got some ice. Got it on the rocks. Let's see if it's any good.
It's part 2, yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers again.
It's going to be...
All right.
Even...
The ice just makes it taste more like water.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It makes it more
You could-
palatable.
Just
You could down this
down
shit
this,
easily
you would get so drunk so fast
after about 3 glasses.
for very little money.
Here's the thing. If you're balling on a budget and you see this and you throw it in a glass with ice, you could definitely drink it. You're going to be totally fine.
If you're
It's
at
not
poker night and you're bad at poker, you've already lost $30. You might as well save some money on your liquor. You might as well get some
By half the liquor.
11 Jones, yeah. Elvin Jones. For some of you.
it's
For
cheap.
some...
It's really cheap.
It really is really cheap, which makes me think it's gonna be a mean hangover.
When I went to the store, it said $15 to $16 on the tag, and then I checked out, and it ended up giving me a free $5 off on each bottle.
The fact
So-
that it's discounted on
It got
whiskey.
I got
Like, come
discount.
on.
This shit was discounted. That's about the level we're talking, right?
That's
I mean,
rare. That
15 would
doesn't
be way
happen.
too much for that anyway.
I agree, but I was willing to do it, and then I was pleasantly surprised when it was discounted even more. So
No one just cuts their whiskey and no one discounts a whiskey.
I mean, this whiskey's cut.
there's some cut whiskey.
People
that
cut
they-
their whiskeys, Jake.
No, but no one's out there discounting a fine product, you know? So you know something's up the second you see the sale because they're trying to get rid of it.
No, sometimes you just have a sale. Sometimes you're just trying to push product. You try to get it out there.
I guess
Yeah, they're really
that's
trying to
true,
get that.
But
11. I don't know the 11 name out there, dude.
I mean, again,
Sometimes
this is a
that's true.
Walmart brand. Usually, we would have a real liquor from a real independent distributor, like a distillery. We just happen to start with the
Literally.
least viable bottle.
That's perfect.
Man,
That's
this-
exactly where we're supposed to be, isn't it?
I guess so. I mean, we're gonna start our wall of fame.
Of
It's gonna
course.
be in the
Well,
middle there.
Hopefully, we end up getting some shelves going with a bunch of shitty ass fucking bottles.
We're gonna rate. Are we gonna just have a bookshelf over there with?
Yeah, that's what I would hope.
Arrange it from bottom to top.
But
Yeah.
how can we
I
have
bet it would only be right to have all of the bottles on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can we have multiple bottom shelves though? I don't see how that's
They
gonna
don't need a
work.
bottom shelf, dude.
It's the bottom shelf shelves.
But then which
Yeah.
shelf?
No,
we
dude,
gotta
we-
rate
we
them
have
on
to-
the
Yeah,
shelves.
that's
No,
rating.
Jake, we buy like
That's
3
the-
separate bookcases and just cut the bottom shelf off all of them. It's always the bottom shelf. Every shelf has feet where it goes up. That would be funny as hell.
The only thing you can use is bottom shelves. But that's the only place this stuff belongs, so it's fine. This stuff is staying on the bottom shelf forever. It's gonna be that way. It is what it is. But
Jake.
for bottom shelf, I would give this a solid 3 out of 10.
Is that really that solid?
Wow.
Or is that a moving scale?
You realize we did I asked you to rank it out of 10 like 18 minutes ago. It took you that long to contemplate.
Well,
now that he's had it on the rocks, it's a little
I
different,
really had
all
to
right?
consider it. And
Now that
I'd
it's
think about
watered
it.
down with water.
I mean,
It's extra bad.
for what it is, though, it's got to be a 5. It's exactly
Middle of the road.
average, yeah.
It's gotten like next to no taste.
It's
water.
watered down whiskey.
It's
That's
might-
what
now
it
it's
is.
double watered down because the ice is melting. But
I need a bit more framework for the scale I'm rating it on because
so
you
all
know
right,
I'm going off. I would get based on all the
This-
whiskey I've ever tasted.
this is the point in
a
time
3.
where I'd like to
But-
introduce the Jake graphs.
Oh, yeah.
his thoughts.
The segment,
Can you
Jake, bring
please
out
grab
your
that
the
board
Jacob Mahan.
and give me on a scale of flavor, a flavor to strength ratio,
flavor to strength.
Let's see.
For those
or
of you watching
harshness.
at
I guess
home,
harshness would be better, but
Jake often has trouble articulating his thoughts, so we brought in this whiteboard
Got a whiteboard here.
so he would be able to show us what he's thinking.
Let's see. Oh man, this thing's huge. All right.
No, Jake, I kind of liked it leaning down so they can see it while you draw. That downward angle.
Spoiled
See?
the surprise.
Yes.
I can also get to make fun of you during it. So
Exactly. All right, let's see it.
so on a flavor, it's a flavor to a harshness scale.
All right.
Flavor on
What's-
the Y,
Oh,
harshness on the X.
and then I need a 3D. The X, the Z axis needs a price.
I'm not having him draw a Z-axis. We're having a three-dimensional chart.
Give me a 3D chart, Jake, on that 2D board.
So we got
Flavor,
flavor
harshness.
and we got harshness.
Upside down for all the viewers, but it
and
works.
we'll do a second
We'll flip
scale
it up,
on
yeah.
drunk to
Flavor.
fucking
Harsh.
price.
Well, it's half strength, so it would never.
drunk to price. I mean,
This is
$10. You could drink 2 bottles of that for $20,
Well,
and you'd get trashed.
You could get 40 proof liquor for $8 in a liquor store.
That's
This
fair.
is nowhere. This is less than half as good as that.
Oh, he's even got the title going. He's going all out with this chart.
11 Jones.
11 Jones.
11 Jones is what we're working with here. We got a flavor harshness.
Is that why you looked
scale.
at the bottle to make sure you could spell 11?
No, I forgot what the second word of the name was.
It's a memorable.
I'm like,
it's a memorable
It's
bottle.
Yes,
11
that's, yeah.
something. I forgot it that fast.
Elvin Jones, dude.
Elvin
It's
Jones.
Elvin Jones. Didn't you know?
The elves made this? Is what you're saying?
No, the elves would make something way better.
That's what I would hope. I mean, apparently they got a lot of skills. I don't know what they drink though.
Oh shit!
Grass water.
All right, give me a scale. Give me
So we got-
where on that?
This is where
We
you
got
shine.
11.
Make sure if you're talking, it's in the mic, buddy.
So on flavor, what is the highest point of the scale though? What am I comparing against?
Again, this is a totally subjective scale. You're the man with the whiteboard.
Yeah, where would you place?
I don't know
this?
how high I want to set the bar.
Start slapping down some
Put, like,
other
the-
drinks. Be
I'd
like,
s-
where would Tullamore
all right.
do? Harsh to flavor.
Let's see. I'm gonna put Crown
Crown?
Royal.
Okay.
Very popular. Many people have had it. I'm gonna give that a solid 7 on the flavor scale for perspective.
Which kind of
Crown?
crown? Which kind of crown?
Standard issue
traditional.
Crown.
Standard. Okay.
Original Crown Royal.
Yeah, some people
Canadian
like,
whiskey.
Some people like the crown, the apple.
See, I have not,
not a fan
liked
of I'm not a fan of
any
the apple, but-
flavored crowns.
No, same.
Crown apple, it's crap.
Crapple.
Crapple.
I like all
Well, I
Crapple.
tried peach crown for the first time a couple weeks ago, and
Also,
people
bad?
go wild for that.
They
stuff.
do.
People, it will sell out in minutes, and I thought it was pretty bad. Like I'd rather be drinking Elvin Jones.
Would you really? You would place.
Oh, wow.
Wait, that's a big statement right there. You would.
Wait,
It
hold on.
was
You would place Crown Peach lower than Elvin
I
Jones.
would.
The
It
$10
was
half proof
not
bottle.
Good. All right, Crown's pretty harsh, dude.
Really? You think so?
I think it would be at least like 6 harsh.
I think there's way more that's harsher than Crown.
1 to 10 scale.
I get what you're saying.
I think Crown is like
if you had like a smoked whiskey, that would be probably
better than most.
I'd still say it's better.
I think it's
I have to drink less.
popular enough and well renowned enough.
If
to
if
like
I can get drunk on less,
smooth enough.
And
It's
you
not
know,
perfect.
If it was regular Crown, yeah, I would totally take regular Crown. But the peach Crown was bad.
okay.
It was not good.
I haven't had it yet.
It's not going to be on a bottom shelf.
Maybe later.
If you can find it on a bottom shelf somewhere, that's the only way we're gonna. That's the only way we're gonna taste it. All of our liquor is.
Oh wow! It's got no flavor and it's
All right.
not harsh, so it's about
I agree
yay.
with that.
That's very fair.
I
Here's
agree
what
with
we're
that.
working with
I would
here.
even say it's maybe less than that. We've got Here, I
Two
got you.
flavor, two harshness.
So
What was that?
we've got the flavor.
You might lift that up a little bit more.
I'd say that's probably about a 2 on the flavor scale.
We got Crown right in the middle. Crown, I'd say it's pretty average on the harshness, and on the flavor, it's all right. It's got a lot going for it. It's got a bunch of variety of flavors, great for mixing with different beverages. But the traditional, I would say, pretty decent on flavor. Give it a 6 or a 7, and on harshness, probably a 5. The 11 Jones, I'd give it a 2 on the harsh and a 2 on the flavor. It's got basically nothing. It goes down pretty easily, but it's nothing to like
I'd say it's maybe even a 1 and
seek
1.
out. You're
I'd
not
say
looking
it's-
for
I'd
this
say it's
flavor.
maybe
For
even
both of them,
1-1.
after the ice gets in it, it's a 1-1 for me.
Yeah, I'd say it's a 1-1.
If you're drinking it
on the
neat-
rocks, 1-1. Neat, 2-2.
Neat's a 2-2, yeah.
Neat 2-2. Rocks 1-1.
It's a good evaluation, Jake. Thanks.
Thank you for the visual.
So you guys are going lower than me, really?
Yeah, I
Think it's
we're
that
saying,
bit?
we're agreeing with you on the neat. If we're talking neat, it's a 2-2. If we're talking rocks, 1-1.
I'm thinking for the neat, yeah. On the rocks, it waters it down even more. You're right.
Like
So-
right now, this is pretty much clear. It looks like a white wine.
I don't even taste whiskey anymore.
it really just tastes
The
like
colder it gets, the more it just...
Let's see. I don't know. I haven't taken a sip in a little while. It might be worse now.
If I was drinking ice water and someone screamed whiskey from the other room, that's
like-
what this tastes like.
Maybe.
Wow, that's actually similar to iced tea now. I think you could.
Yeah,
think
if you had a really bad iced tea, that's what this tastes
think-
like on the rocks.
this with
Watered
Arnold
down
Palmer,
iced tea.
like the iced tea lemonade
Ooh.
mix.
I wonder if that would be any good. If you mixed an Arnold Palmer with like half of this.
I think you
It
would
might.
barely taste it because you can barely taste it as it is.
For our next segment, should we do 3 separate mixers and have each of us talk about that? Because I have a pitcher of iced tea inside.
That could be interesting.
No, pardon me. No
I don't know
lemonade,
what the
but
fuck the other mixer would be.
Iced tea lemonade.
San Pellegrino,
That sounds fucking disgusting.
Miller High Life.
Oh no.
So when you're sitting around and you got nothing else to put in it, you got Pepsi, you got.
I got some creatine in the kitchen. Throw
When
that
you're
in
really
there.
trying to bulk up on some 11 Jones.
If you're trying to bulk,
No.
this is calorically dense.
This is
That's fucking nasty.
if you're looking for a cheap bottle and you want to look cool like you're drinking whiskey and you got $10, go get this because it's fine for $10.
No, for $10 you could get way
Yeah,
better.
I'd
whiskey.
say go on
right.
time to the store before you go to the party
Yeah.
and get an actual
whiskey
bottle
that
of
counts.
whiskey.
This is the
don't
last resort.
don't get this. This is bad.
every one of our scalings has been accounting for the fact that it's half strength.
That's
So
true,
if
yeah.
if out of 10, if you had to rate this on a regular whiskey scale,
0.
Jake,
It'd be the
mean-
literally bottom.
Yeah, I would give it like the
It has no
lowest
flavor.
It'd be on the scale.
Very weak.
on the scale.
fair enough.
But very low.
I can't disagree with you.
I feel like I've
would give it a
gotten
1
more
max.
and more sober drinking this.
It's like the freshman.
The ice keeps
Am I
melting.
wrong?
That's the water getting back in your system.
We took about
That's a
2
re-
shots before we started this, did we not?
This drink will
did,
rehydrate you.
I was chilling for the first half of this, and now I'm a little upset because now I feel nothing.
This
You
whiskey.
hate to see it, I guess.
I wish I would have drank more of this.
I mean, I'd love to talk about it more on the rocks,
But there's nothing. There's nothing
say.
to talk about.
I guess
Yeah.
we just move into portion 3.
Yeah, I've
Part
already
3.
finished mine.
Portion
So
3,
if
yeah.
you boys want to finish yours, and then we'll move
Jake,
into the,
I guess
Ooh. All
it's
right, let's do it.
the boys. All right, Jake, you want to fill me up? I need that. Anything good in here?
Yeah.
Mysteriously.
Gotta give me that good.
Throw some of that in there.
You can't put the mixer before the liquor.
Does it matter?
It does. Liquor's lighter than water, so it would.
This is water.
No, but
No, it'll float on top. You always put the liquor before the mixer.
as you pour the mixer in, it mixes with the liquor because you usually have more volume, you know? So pouring the mixer in, it's like you don't need to stir it with a spoon or whatever.
You're the bartender.
It's guesstimated. We're doing backyard bullshit right now.
Pro tip.
Whatever the fuck goes in, and that's what you get.
Here's a pro tip
You
for
might as well
anyone
just finish up that
also
Pepsi
trying
can.
some backyard bullshit.
It's a brown cola. It's not what you said it
The
was.
Beppis.
Yeah.
If you're trying some backyard bullshit, put the bad liquor in first, then pour your can,
You want to shut that fridge?
put some ice in there. All that will help make the flavor less noticeable. Because with cheap
All right, boys,
liquor, that's what you're
to,
looking for, you know?
Segment 3, episode 1.
Cheers.
I have a bad feeling about this. And that is
How can you have a bad feeling? It'll just be watered down.
Yeah, I was
Pepsi.
gonna say not a bad feeling, more so a feeling it's not gonna taste like what I want it to taste like.
You know?
I feel like it's
Not
gonna
bad.
just taste like.
Shockingly, this is a pretty good whiskey coat.
I mean,
Actually, though, yes.
It has just enough flavor of somehow the flavor of the whiskey comes out when it's in the cola.
it has the tinge of whiskey, like like what you expect to taste. It has that.
I don't
But
hate
it
this.
doesn't have a lot of it. So you barely notice it, but it does mix well.
I'm regretting my shit talking about this now
With a mixer,
because this is pretty
I
good.
totally agree.
For a mixed whiskey, this is actually pretty good.
As a Coke, yeah, as far as Coke and whiskey goes,
Like if you handed
this goes
me,
down smooth.
Cola and whiskey.
If you handed me a Jack and Coke and you handed me this, I'd be like, it's both a Coke mixed drink.
No, you'd know the difference.
I would
You'd know the
probably
difference.
tell.
You would know the difference.
But like,
100%.
it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me.
If anything, because Jack has a lot of bite. Like Jack bites hard.
Yeah, but that's
This-
what you want.
Is real smooth.
That's what you pay for. You want the bite. If you don't
That's-
like the bite, then
If you don't like the bite, you might like this.
yeah, this
Yeah, if you like drinking more pop than you do liquor, this is the drink for you.
definitely.
But if you'd like to drink less and get more drunk, get something more high proof, obviously. But that's about all I can say.
On this
I mean, it's-
channel,
it's
all we are going to advertise is getting higher proof beverage.
Yeah. After this one, I mean, there might be one other low proof, but besides that, it'll be all high proof.
He's only saying that because he bought another low proof bottle.
Listen, shut the fuck up. We're not talking about that.
We left him responsible for bringing our taste testing liquors today, and he brought us 2 half strengths.
In my defense, it's Sunday, and they close early on Sundays at 5. Normally, they close at 8.
Might I make the recommendation you go on Saturday to pick up the liquor for the
That-
podcast?
That would be a good idea. I should probably do that next time.
Probably should.
So take a look at this. It looks like exactly what you expect from a cola mixed with a whiskey. And then you take a sip of it. You take a nice sip. You don't sniff it because it's mixed. Who gives a shit, right?
Pretty much, yeah. You're
It's
not
also-
wrong there at
You
all.
take it. You mixed it because you want to get drunk. You didn't mix it because you want the taste of whiskey.
It's half
right?
strength Walmart liquor. We're not drinking it out of a snifter for a reason.
Yeah. So with that in mind, taking a sip of this is not like that annoying to me, because sometimes I've had some bad drinks, right? And you like gag a little, you know. You're like, oh man, I'm
Do
done
ya,
with that. Yeah,
Jake's got a
it's
bad
bad
gag
sometimes.
reflex. I swear, I tell you.
We all know.
But
Tried it myself.
taking a sip of this, you barely notice it. You know, you could definitely get, if you're going to get drunk at a party, you know, whatever. This works. This is fine.
It's alcohol.
But it's not
It goes in
good.
your body. It gets you fucked up. You just got to drink enough of it. It's almost giving me a little bit of a upset stomach.
Oh,
but that's
Definitely.
that's
a
to
little bit.
expect.
We've
Yeah.
gone through a bottle of it.
Yeah,
That'll
we're-
do it.
Oh shit!
Wow, that went fast.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that one. Yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way through this bottle.
It's a hefty amount of liquor for a taste test, but
Hey, you know
that's what we do on this channel.
that's what
we
we're
give
about.
you honest reviews based on.
I can't tell you higher proof liquor will be at that point. They might just be longer episodes, but
We might have to start doing this on Saturday.
this might be this might be a Saturday thing and not a Sun. You know, I got work tomorrow.
right
Yeah.
now working on a Sunday.
He doesn't work, but we work.
Well,
This is currently his job, and he supplied none of the equipment or liquor.
temporarily, this is what I'm doing.
He's just here enjoying shit.
I'm living life,
He is living life.
Yeah.
and that's
He's
about
drinking,
it.
Drinking
Big living.
half-proofed whiskey on a Sunday.
I mean, you know, everyone's got to do some degenerate garbage before they can learn what not to do, right? You know, you can't learn without, you know, drinking
Living
some
life.
garbage
All
whiskey.
right, Jake, let him know. What's the big plan? What's the master plan for Jake the Snake Mahan?
The master plan?
Yeah.
In which one?
Go off, King. Go off. You let us know what you take.
You take that
Take
path.
the reins,
Take that
dude.
path the way you want
This
to
is
take
your
it.
question.
After sipping on some 11 Jones, I'm really thinking about my future plans and all of the success that's coming.
Sounds like some blue collar work to me.
In my future, there's going to be a lot of blue collar work. It's going to be a lot of,
What?
hopefully,
You're taking your licensure test to be a physical therapist assistant.
oh, I need to update you.
Breaking
On
news
the
from
podcast?
Jacob Mahan on the podcast.
Well,
Not again, Jake.
I've been going back and forth for a while now on my career path. And, I was going to be a physical therapist assistant for a while. You know, did some school for that. Did the thing, got the degree. And now I'm thinking I'm going to go be an electrician.
Not again.
Which-
You tried that already. You didn't
All right,
like it.
Kind of,
Yeah.
you know?
All right, let's get a little bit of backstory on this, Jake. So, what you started out as doing what?
I've
You
done-
started out you finished high school. You went into college. What'd you do?
All right, so graduated high school, went to college, got an associate's degree in physical therapy assisting. Decided not to take the licensure exam and just went straight into the workforce and moved out. And I'm like, this is nice. Life is good.
Where'd you work?
I worked at Amazon. So
He moved up.
That's important.
I was in the moving out honeymoon phase, which was nice. Living away, it's good. Everyone loves it, right? Whatever.
He went to the community college. He didn't really move out.
The work caught up with me. Amazon, it hurts after a while. But left there, did some more warehouse work. Also hurts the soul, but a little better than Amazon. Then I left there, did some contracting work. Electrical, HVAC, plumbing, all the stuff, a little bit of everything. Not too crazy, didn't spend a ton of time there. I'm like, I can't do everything. This isn't the place for me. So now I'm thinking, after trying that, I liked electrical work, and I'm going back. I'm going to get my electrical license. And I don't know, drive around, put in outlets for people.
He has no idea what electricians
I'm going to
do.
screw in some light bulbs for people.
He has no idea what electricians
No
do.
idea.
I'm joking. I've done real electrical work, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes someone needs help putting a light up.
If any viewers out there need an electrician apprentice,
Hey, I'm not licensed.
I
but
know a real shit one. You're gonna have.
I'm the best goddamn apprentice you'll ever have, okay? I do my work, and I follow directions, and I write things down in a notebook,
They
okay?
just use the Lord's name in vain
It is a Sunday.
on a Sunday.
Man, I'm going to hell, aren't I? It's too late for that one. But
Is
Man,
the day of the day
I'm
of the
starting to
Lord.
enjoy this the more I drink of it.
Honestly,
You know,
I've been sitting here. Once you put in some cola,
I kind of
Elvin
forgot.
Jones hits its stride in a glass of cola.
Now, I wouldn't say use the cola we did. I'd say use a different cola, but I think the two don't mix.
Your cola of
nearly the
choice.
West.
Next episode, we can use all natural cola.
I'd say there's better colas out there than what you used.
We gotta
Definitely.
I'm a fan.
go
of
cut down some
that
cola trees.
I am too, but I think not in mixed drinks.
I don't think I could tell the difference.
Really. I feel like the two specific colas in the world
In mixed drinks, I can't tell.
have a little bit of a difference, at least in mixed drinks, more so than like regular drinking.
We should do
Take
a
your word for
side by side taste test sometime with the two mixed and see what happens. Because
That would
I
be a
don't know,
good
I've
idea.
never done that.
But for
I
now,
might be wrong.
I think
for
this
now,
might be
I
a
think-
good time to wrap up our episode.
I think this does pretty well. I'm pleasantly happy with the mixed over the neat and the on the rocks. Yeah.
Closing remarks, Jake. What you got?
This stuff is fantastic if you're gonna mix it and put some ice in it and drink it at a college party. Go for it.
I'd say that's about right. I'd say about probably a 80% split in the mix would be a good idea. Or maybe more, maybe like a 60%.
Yeah, put
split.
it strong. If you're
I'd
catering
say
a
pour
party,
strong, pour
if you
strong.
wanna look cool for a party, and the only place you can get liquor is Walmart, I would recommend it. Otherwise, steer clear.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah,
Not a chill and sip beverage for sure.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, and I think we're just about to cheers and send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inaugural episode. So where do we rank this on all the liquors we've tried so far, boys?
Bottom.
I think
Bottom
this
shelf.
is
This is definitely bottom shelf.
this is the best liquor we've tasted so far.
Yes, the
It is
best and the
definitely
bottom.
the best we've tasted so far.
It's also the worst liquor we've tasted so far.
It's the worst personally that I've
It's also
tasted.
the median liquor we've tasted.
Episode number 1.
Episode number 1.
We're
Cheers.
starting
Number
off.
one.
11 Jones.
Elvin Jones, baby.
God.
Elvin Jones.